DNA, the chemical that determines what characteristics an organism will inherit, can change, giving rise to offspring that are different from their parents, which can lead to new species, which can change even more over time, giving rise to a marvelous diversity of life forms, from jaguars to junipers, from bacteria to blue whales.
But despite the tremendous variation in shapes, sizes, and ways of getting through life, all organisms on Earth have remarkable similarities in biochemistry. Evolutionary theory states that these similarities are strong evidence of a common origin.
Back when Earth was formed, about 4.6 billion years ago, conditions were very different than they are today. If you had been alive then, well, you really couldn't have been. That's because the primitive Earth atmosphere contained mainly methane and ammonia, not exactly a breath of fresh air. And even if you had been able to breathe, it wouldn't have been a lot of fun with all the volcanic activity and lightning and everything covered with water vapor. So how did we get from that inorganic activity to this organic activity that allowed life to grow? In the 1920s, John Haldane and Alexander Oparin theorized that lightning provided the energy to spark the production of organic chemicals, precursors to life.
In 1953, I, Stanley Miller, devised an experiment that passed an electrical current through a mixture of hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, water, ammonia, and methane. Within just a few days, complex organic molecules, including amino acids, were formed. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. I had found a way to jump from inorganic to organic chemistry.
On the primordial Earth, this would have turned the seas into a warm, organic soup. And while it wasn't very tasty, this concentration of chemicals may have created a primitive cell-like structure called a proteinoid sphere. As these structures reproduced, there would have been occasional errors in the copying process, slowly giving rise to other life forms.
A common origin for all living things is not such a stretch when you consider that all organisms share a similar chemistry, including similar DNA.
Similarities in DNA can be used to determine how closely related two types of animals are.
For example, the DNA of the domestic dog is more similar to human DNA than it is to the DNA of mice.
The DNA of the domestic dog and the wolf differ by just 0.2%, even though we can be quite different in appearance. Both dogs and wolves belong to the same species, Canis lupus, with the domestic dogs being classified into the subspecies Canis lupus familiaris.
Although coyotes and wolves look pretty similar, our DNA differs by 4%, indicating that dogs and wolves diverged more recently than coyotes and wolves.
The Linnaean system classifies organisms according to morphology, that is, by structural similarities and differences. This system allows fossils to be included in the evolutionary tree. Since the 1960s, another classification system has emerged called cladism, emphasizing the importance of common ancestry. Advances in DNA sequencing have furthered this approach. However, neither system shows the whole picture, and so far no one has been able to blend the two into a unified view. But as evolutionary theory states, duck or dachshund, human or hermit crab, we all came from the same soup.